It's a bizarre reality, they didn't really know that I was an actress.
For many celebrities, being in the spotlight is part of the job, and fortunately, or unfortunately, their kids can get drawn into. With paparazzi and smartphone-wielding fans ready to take your picture at any moment, constantly being watched sounds exhausting and paranoia-inducing. It's easy to see why some celeb parents don't leave their kids amid the luxury and wealth, but instead shield them to live normal lives. Plenty of these famous kiddos go on to enjoy successful careers in their own right, but many can still crash and burn. The pressures of fame can prove simply too much. For every celebrity child that you see on the pages of a magazine, there are some that will never be seen because their parents protect their childhood, their innocence, and their privacy.
It's a big moment when you can feel them taking a very big step away from you.
Adele's angel, Angelo Adkins. Being the first female in the history of the Billboard Hot 100 to have 3 simultaneous top 10 singles as a lead artist during 2012, it's bound to garner attention from all over. No doubt, Adele has had her fair share of the camera and made her mission to make it different for her little one. Her now 8-year-old son, Angelo, lives the most normal life we could even think of. When he was born in 2012, Adele refused to release his name for some time and understandingly stepped away from her mega career to focus solely on motherhood. When paparazzi snapped pics of her and her son back in 2013, she and her then-husband, Simon Konecki, sued the magazine for a privacy breach. She also helps him with his homework and cooks, enjoying the perks of a stay-at-home mom. Adele's low profile has certainly given her son a normal atmosphere to grow in. Ashton and Mila's darlings, Wyatt and Dimitri. The That 70s Show star couple rose to fame, and at the end of it all, they became a duo and had 2 beautiful children. Their main motto is about raising kids that aren't spoiled, which is about as normal as we'd expect. Hollywood tends to breed a sense of entitlement, but these kids are sailing normally. They aren't allowed to pose for paparazzi, nor attend major events. They both learn the importance of working hard and the value of money, not to mention they each only get 1 gift on Christmas. Most celeb kids get way more than 1, but not Dimitri and Wyatt. They're being raised to be less materialistic, despite the fact that their parents are positively loaded with cash. Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard's daughters. Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard are already #couple goals, but once they became parents to their adorable daughters, Lincoln and Delta, they transformed the sparkly atmosphere to one of serene normalcy. The 2 stars teach their daughters to respect everyone, whether family or stranger, rich or poor. They also celebrate birthdays and special occasions simply, as a family, at home. The girls are set to bed on time, not left to roam free as they please, and tantrums aren't rewarded. No unending hours in front of the TV, no swearing, and no future late outings. Most celebrity kids are left up to themselves, but not Lincoln and Delta. These 2 girls definitely know their parents are trying to keep it low-key, and they make it work. Celine Dion's 3-man squad. Celine Dion, who grew up in a large family in Quebec, did not come from a lavish background. She learned the value of life, money, and fame along every step of her childhood to her career, and it's no doubt she'll teach her kids the same. With 20-year-old Renee Charles and her 2 10-year-old twins, Eddie and Nelson, Celine Dion has raised them the best way she can. Each is encouraged to be themselves, to be honest, and they all get together before bed to bond as a family. No late-night celeb parties for these boys. And though their mom is a singer, they've each taken up sports to be active, and Celine supports them wholeheartedly by being present for games and cheering them on. She also does not believe in all the bling and makes her boys understand that too. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr.'s kids. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. know what it's like to be young in Hollywood, which is exactly why they're choosing to keep their kids away from the pressures of fame. Regardless of her time on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sarah Michelle Gellar does her best to save those dollars. It's common for celebrity kids to get their food at high-class restaurants or have personal chefs, but not Charlotte and Rocky. The Slayer star admitted in an interview to Vanity Fair that she asks for specific sales on the food she and her family like to eat, and she clips coupons too. Who doesn't like a good 2-for-1? Both kids are taught to practice solid values, taking their schooling seriously and not wasting their time posing for the camera. Matt Damon and his 4 daughters. The more famous you or your parents are, the more free stuff you get. No doubt this is true for the born star who's raising his daughters, with his wife, Luciana Barrasso. With their dad being as shiny as the sun, we're pretty sure he can buy them a million toys and gifts, but that doesn't fly in his house. His motto, too, is no spoiled kids allowed. The girls are taught to be satisfied with what they have, and Matt enforces this by giving away anything they don't need. He's stated that he does this to give them a sense of perspective, to be humble. Julia Roberts with Hazel, Phinnaeus, and Henry. The Pretty Woman star has been through a lot. We'll always see news of her life on the screen, but clearly, the only way to secure a normal life for your kids is to disappear altogether. This family makes it a point to stay away from the paparazzi lens. Julia Roberts and her husband, Danny Moder, choose to raise their kids out of the spotlight by moving to New Mexico. Away from the constant paparazzi presence, Hazel, Phinnaeus, and Henry are able to relax and grow. Occasionally, they'll be seen walking the dog or heading to sports practice. You know, the simple stuff. Jessica Alba with Honor, Haven, and Hayes. The Sin City star thinks it's important for her daughters Honor, 6, and Haven, 3, whom she has with her husband, Cash Warren, to know the importance of acting like ladies in public. She even enforces punishments, like having them stand in a corner when they've done something wrong. The girls aren't left to roam free, and they learn to apologize when they're wrong. As a working mom, you'd think she's always busy, but nothing gets past her watchful eye as she sticks with them always to give them a normal childhood. Adam Sandler and his girls. For many years now, Adam Sandler has rocked the Hollywood world with his many amazing films. He's fought tooth and nail to get to where he is now and has become one of Hollywood's most recognizable stars. He also has a very unique parenting style. To him, his children come first before anything else in the world, even his career. The girls, Sadie and Sunny Sandler, are also taught to value hard work and money and to never take advantage of wealth. They can also expect their dad home by 7 to have dinner and a chat about whatever's on their mind. They aren't allowed to swear, which means no watching his movies until they're older, and to be nice and caring. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's kids. Having social media access in this day and age is pretty normal. In fact, some parents have become so desensitized to the horrors online that they leave their kids up to the algorithm. Not Nicole. The girls, Sunday and Faith, don't have a phone and aren't allowed on social media. While Sunday and Faith are Kidman and Urban's only children, she has 2 from her previous marriage to Tom Cruise, named Bella and Connor. Both are practicing Scientologists, but that's the only thing the media will hear. Their childhoods consisted of conventional dinners, family get-togethers, and expressly staying away from the online media. Cate Blanchett and the 3 Musketeers. The Aviator star and her husband, playwright Andrew Upton, believe being strict with their sons and that teaching them the boundaries is important. Bad behavior is not rewarded, and they aren't given free rein. If you haven't caught a celebrity parent playing bad cop with their kid, then here they are. The boys are taught to behave appropriately and humbly. The actress is even said to be another of the strictest moms in Hollywood, and the rules she sets out for her kids stem from wanting to raise people she can be proud of. They live standard, respectful lives with their parents and spend their days at home in solace. Sarah and the kids. Everybody knows Sarah Jessica Parker as legendary Carrie Bradshaw from the hit series Sex and the City, but there was one side of Carrie that we never got to see on the screen, her becoming a parent. These kids are given an ordinary upbringing. No nannies, since Sarah is a hands-on mom, family game night at home, and bonding outside of the paparazzi's eye. Dressing casually is okay, and being understanding to each other. Sounds pretty chill in this house. Madonna and the 6 stars. No matter how hard she may try, Madonna can never quite leave the spotlight. Everything that she does is pretty much under scrutiny. That's one thing she can manage, but what she won't stand for is her kids being in the same boat. Lord, Rocco, Mercy, David, and twins, Stell and Astaire, are encouraged to keep their cool and be simple, making sure their lives are stable and regular. This means no over-excessive cell phone use, no TV, cleaning their room, obeying the rules, no dating until they're 18, and definitely focusing on schoolwork. Eminem's inspiration. It's hardly a secret that Haley Mathers has been a huge inspiration for her dad, famous rapper Eminem, and many people feel like they watched her grow up, thanks to his highly personal lyrics, but he shielded her as best he could from the paparazzi and the strained relationship with her mother, Kimberly Ann Scott. Haley completely ignored the fact her father was one of the most famous men in the world and lived a normal life, attending Chippewa Valley High School in Michigan, with her dad at all school plays, field trips, and even parent-teacher meetings. Hallie, Nala, and Maceo. It's hard to believe that a normal life is even possible when your mother is the infamous Halle Berry. She happens to be one of the most decorated and recognizable faces on the entire planet. Even though Halle is a megastar, her children, Nala and Maceo, likely won't be riding her famous coattails as they grow older. She makes it a point to keep her kids' faces out of the public eye and protects their privacy at all costs. Whether it's raising them far away from sunny California or keeping them away from social media, these kids are having a normal life. Let us know in the comments section what you think of the normal lifestyle these kids have. And don't forget to hit that like button. Click subscribe to get more access to videos from us here at The Taco.